Hey everybody, today I'm going to be working on my 2007 Harley-Davidson FLHT Standard, Electra Glide Standard. And I've done this job before, but I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube, showing taking the rear wheel off and so on and so forth. But before we begin any of that, I just want to point one thing out to anyone that is trying to do this on their own. You're going to need some tools. And you're gonna need a Craftsman lift or some kind of motorcycle lift. Get the bike up in the air. And the other thing you're gonna want to do is you want to get either 36mm socket or 1 7/16". Okay, so you're gonna take your saddlebags off, and you're gonna have to take your mufflers off. That's just ordinary average tools. You don't need anything special for that. But the one thing you're going to need is that large socket. And the other thing I want to point out, this is just a tech tip. I've had motorcycles in the past, and these are a little different. They have this shape to it, which you start taking it apart. Now you put the rear wheel back on, and you don't know how tight your belt's going to be. Well, just take a paint marker and make two really distinct marks. One will do, but I always do two. Make sure it's nice and straight. Make sure you can see it, and make sure that you use a paint marker or something that's not going to wipe off easy. It's easy to wipe something down. Next thing you know, your mark's gone. So now you don't have to do any real guesswork. So when you take the wheel off and you go to put it back on, now you have two distinct marks that you line right up, and then you're going to tighten your bolt. Look in your service manual, and it's going to be over 100 foot-pounds, I do believe. So don't quote me on that. Just get your service manual for the year and make model of your bike, and look up that torque spec. But taking the rear tire off is not a big deal, but you are going to need a lift. You are going to need either 36mm socket or 1 7/16", and you're going to want to make those paint marks. So when you do put your rear tire back on and you got the drive belt, you're going to want to make sure that's it's set up properly. So I did the same thing on this side too. Put those two distinct paint marks. That way everything lines up. You know exactly how it goes back together, and the only thing you have to worry about is tightening that bolt and then putting the circle